Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about several different stories involving Marvel, beginning with Marvel Rivals, which has been off to an amazing start. You can see the in-game player count right now, over 300,000. In fact, ever since its release, it's actually starting to gain momentum back over the past week. A lot of people really enjoy this game. It's fun to play. It also has very appealing character designs, and combining those two things in this modern day of gaming is pretty much a formula for success. Now, a lot of hype is surrounding this game, like I said, because of the appealing character designs. You can see the latest announcement that they're bringing in the Fantastic Four, and of course, they look great. You can see Sue Storm here. She looks very good. Even the Thing looking pretty badass, right? That's what people want. They want attractive female character designs, and they want badass male character designs. It's really that simple. However, a lot of people are blown away. Wow, we're getting so many new heroes coming to the game. That's really awesome. Well, to everyone except the gamer, who's upset that they have too many heroes in this game. Yes, you will never make a games journalist happy. But also seeing some of the reaction to the character designs, it's really funny. You can see like this video. Why is everyone horny for Squirrel Girl? Because she's attractive. There, I just saved you 2.5 minutes. But like seriously, like people are shell-shocked. They're like actually blown away that a game from a major IP actually has some attractive character designs. That's how low the bar is right now. And of course, talking about these character designs, there have been some comparisons and they are wild. So people are comparing the designs of Marvel Rivals versus Marvel's Avengers. And it's not even close, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see Black Widow, for example. I mean, what are we even talking about here? There are people on Twitter. There's people on Twitter who will look you dead in the eye and say this on the right is objectively better looking than on the left. Even though, truth be told, everyone would pick this over this. Pretty much everybody, right? You can like this, but you have to understand why a lot of people would be, they would more prefer something like this. It's curvy, it's cute. On the right, it's flat. She's got broad shoulders. Even like her hair looks flat. It's just not appealing. And then you have the Hulk. I mean, look at this. This one's weird because I can't even like pinpoint exactly what's wrong. I just know it's wrong. Like this doesn't look good. And that's really all there is to it. Here's another one with, my God. I mean, this is a suit you get for $15 at Spirit Halloween. Like this is absolutely embarrassing. And there's some more examples. Let's check them out. Right here, you can see Thor. On the left, actually kind of looking like Arthas from World of Warcraft. It's looking very good. And then on the right here, this guy just looks like a sad alcoholic. Like, it's weird. Why is it such an obvious downgrade? And then here, we have Captain America. And it's just like, it's unbelievable what they're doing here. Because of the helmet, I mean, it goes from looking really cool over here to looking special. I mean, it's just the way it is. And then on top of that, look at this one. This is crazy. This is either two things. Either a self-insert, a wild self-insert, or this person just hates, the designer hates this character because they nerfed basically his entire look. They got rid of the hair, the muscles, the suit. It's just awful. It's just very unappealing. And here's another one. I mean, look at this guy. What do they do? This guy looks like he sells used jet skis. He looks like a guy who's in his 40s and still hangs out at frat houses. Like, this is very strange stuff. Here's one that actually is somewhat decent, but then the second go at it, again, looking a little weird. Just a little off. The vibe is off. But look at this. You have Black Panther. On the left, looking great. On the right, this looks like a gimp suit. It's a totally different vibe. And then here, like, again, as everyone says, you know, they want more black characters. Here's a black character, and you make them look really good. This is great representation. This is just sad. A wasted opportunity on something that could have been cool. And here's the last one. I don't know really what they're doing here. This just looks very unimpressive. Looks like also Professor Snape. I don't know who let him into the MCU. But anyways, that is the whole debate surrounding this. And because people label me as a misogynist for talking about some of these female character designs, let's hear from an actual woman here, Madam Savvy. Here's what she had to say. Intentionally making characters ugly is a massive red flag because it shows focus on the wrong thing. Heroes should look heroic and unachievable. They should be exaggerations of human anatomy and something pleasing to the eye. Sure, you can make something frumpy, but don't be mad when no one but you shows up for it. Again, just like I said, you can make whatever designs you want. You can like whatever designs you want. But the objective reality is that a lot more gamers are going to be going this way than this way. And the sooner these studios start learning that, the better. And of course, looking at Marvel Avengers, it's not going so well. Okay. In all fairness, they shut down the app recently, so it doesn't really count. But anyways, it's just funny to compare the two. And also, there's a lot of goodwill going on with Marvel Rivals. Their development team is actually doing some work to fix issues in the community, especially when people are getting unfairly banned. They seem to actually really care and be interactive with people. And this whole situation would be even better if they could get rid of the Chinese censorship. But that's, of course, a very tough task for any sort of a Chinese company. But anyways, there was some other drama involving Nexus Mods and, of course, Marvel Rivals as well. Now, if you know Nexus Mods, you're probably not too surprised by what we're going to talk about in a second, but they are a very obnoxious modding community. They ban pretty much anything they deem offensible, and pretty much everything is offensive to them. And this was the latest example of that. So we have a Captain America mod here, making Donald Trump Captain America. This is a very patriotic image right here. But, of course, knowing Nexus Mods, this had no chance. Absolutely no chance. And, of course, eventually it was taken down. Not too surprising. Like I said, they're very sensitive about many things. In fact, one time, they actually removed a mod that removed trigger warnings in the Tomb Raider remastered editions, which is insane. And by the way, the trigger warning is, the games in this collection contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our values at Crystal Dynamics. Oh my god. Yeah, I bet the modern audience really enjoyed that one. Yeah, they got that upset about mods removing that trigger warning that they shut those mods down. That's absolutely insane, and not too surprising that they did the same thing here. I mean, they say that they're fighting against any mod that is against diversity, and I guess this one is against diversity in their own eyes. This is a classic example. If you don't like this, then just don't install the mod. It's really that simple. But anyways, people would be dunking on Nexus Mods in the replies to one of their latest tweets. They got absolutely slammed here, getting 400 comments versus the 260 likes. Absolutely embarrassing. People saying, why are you banning a Trump mod? So utterly ass hurt that you ban a Trump mod. I can't wait till we get the Twitter picture stating you are shutting down. Where's my Trump mod? And so on and so forth. Yeah, they got dunked on pretty hard. And then DEG Mods immediately came out and allowed this new mod for Marvel Rivals, doing what Nexus Mods would not allow. And of course, it's this Captain America Donald Trump mod. And there's one more thing involving Marvel I want to talk about today. This is getting a lot of attention right now for all the wrong reasons. So you can see, here's the trailer for the upcoming release of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is a new animated project from Disney, and of course it's going full Disney mode here by race swapping Norman Osborn. Now, why would they race swap this character? Well, activism. There's literally no other reason to do this, and it's just exactly what you would expect from Disney. I mean, they've been race swapping characters left and right, and it's not just Disney, it's all of Hollywood, pretty much the entire entertainment industry. They love needlessly race swapping characters because they think it will be a nice virtue signal that will impress minority groups, specifically black people, that they'll be very thankful that they're race swapping these characters. And we'll talk more about that in a second, but you might have noticed this article from the Mary Sue. This is a crazy platform, okay? They are actually worse than Kotaku with their activism. They are a bunch of feminists, and they are very, very unhinged. And this article is another example of that. So, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man isn't even out yet, and racists are already complaining. A new Spider-Man animated series is swinging in this year. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man will present Peter Parker as a high school-era Spidey contending with villains and problems on top of his schoolwork. It's like the original Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, except with an intriguing twist. Now Norman Osborn is Spider-Man's mentor, not Tony Stark. Hold on a second. Wait a second. That's what's intriguing here. They're trying to bury the lead. They'll go on. Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, is consistently one of the most popular villains in the Spider-Man mythos. But now a whole lot of people who claim to be Spider-Man fans are throwing their toys out of the pram simply because the version of Norman, one of the great many, is black. So we get to the real issue here people are talking about. The issue here is that it is a pointless race swap. And you're saying that anyone who points that out as a ridiculous act of virtue signaling, you're calling them a racist, and you're also trying to strip them of being a fan of Spider-Man. You're saying they're not fans of Spider-Man if they have an issue with this. I think a lot of people have issues with this. I have heard many black people in my audience on this topic talk about how they find this so offensive. They find it offensive for many reasons. A pointless race swap, but it's also a very lazy attempt at virtue signaling. It's trying to get black people to enjoy whatever the media is by saying, oh, here, we have this black character. But the worst part is they're not even putting enough effort in to create a new black character. Instead, they just lazily race swap an existing character and expect you to just sit there and take it. It's lazy and it's ridiculous. It's a bunch of pandering, and people who think critically about this, they see through this stuff and they find how offensive it really is. The people who are doing these race swaps, just the virtue signal, they are the ones doing something offensive. And here you have the Mary Sue trying to label you with all kinds of labels like racist and you're not a fan, you're a tourist and all these things because you call this stuff out. That's the ridiculous part about all this, is that if you call it out, you're the one who's now suddenly a terrible person. Of course, we know if you took an existing black character and race swapped it to white, people like this would be losing their minds. They would be having an absolute meltdown over it. They are giant hypocrites on the subject, and that is really all there is to say about that. So that's going to do it for this video. A lot about Marvel today, so feel free to share your thoughts about the various topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.